Hello, I'm Professor Fiddlesticks and I'm just done a nice show for the Fringe. Had a fantastic audience all doing the circus tricks and I really enjoyed myself. I started doing Professor Fiddlesticks about 16 years ago, perhaps a tad more, 1993 I think I started. And I started doing devil sticks at a festival, a WOMAD festival in Reading. And I really got into doing it, and then people stopped and watched me, and I quite liked that. So then that's when Professor Fiddlesticks was born. And I found that the easiest way to do a show was to get people out of the audience and to get them to have a go, and then to be a bit of interaction between me and the audience. I then learnt Diablo and juggling and unicycling, and I can do balloon models as well. So that's how I earn my living, and it's great, I really like it. My future, well, I'd like to be doing Professor Fiddlesticks for another 10 or 20 years ideally, but I can't predict what's going to happen. So I have had some work as a writer. I live a very green lifestyle, and I'm very happy to tell other people how they can cut their carbon footprint, and to explain about how I live my life with a very, very small carbon footprint, ethical lifestyle. So I've done some writing about that, and I'd like to do a bit more. Be quite interested in doing some broadcasting. I've been on telly a few times with my compost toilet and things like that. I've been on BBC Newsnight with Ethical Man. That was fun. So I don't really know what the future's going to hold. Honestly, I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I'm just going to live as best as I can. I was invited to come and do the Fringe Festival by Jan, one of the organisers, and I don't know where she got hold of my details. I think somebody told her about me, somebody had seen me before, and she thought that my interactivity was what she wanted. She liked the idea that my show wasn't just an expert showing off in front of a group and then saying go away, but actually here's a good trick and come and have a go. I mean, some of the things I do may inspire young people to get into performing later, and that's what I'm into. I really like the idea of people taking my place in 20 years' time, when I'm too old to ride a unicycle. I would love to come and watch a show like this and watch somebody else interacting with the audience with their jokes and their way of interacting with people. I was doing some balloon models this morning in the middle of Hebden Bridge, and you never know who you're going to meet. You can meet all sorts of different people, and I'll do the balloon model for the child, and then there'll be I can do some comments or jokes for the mum or dad or the gran or grandpa who's with the child, and I like doing that because there's one level of interaction with the child, and then we've got an adult level joke for the grown-ups, and I've got quite good at doing that, so I enjoy that street work as well. I've been doing a wide range of entertainments and educational things because as a self-employed entertainer you've got to say yes to as much as possible. I'm on a very low income and I just got to say yes to whatever work you can get. I mean, if they ask me to do stilts, sorry, I can't do stilts, but you know, if I'm asked to come and do, you know, some work in a synagogue, I'll do it. I've never been in a synagogue before, but when I did some work in a Leeds synagogue, it was a real education for me. So I will go and work with whoever wants to book me, and I've done fetes and festivals. I work in schools with my educational show, with the Fun Physics show where I do maths weeks or science days. I did some work for the co-op where I had to balance fruit on my nose, and it was for a healthy eating campaign that they had. So I do all sorts of different work, and I really enjoy that variety that I get. I'm not a very good employee. Before I became Professor Fiddlesticks, I was John, the not very good employee, and I had a range of jobs where I don't know, I talk too much, and I'm a bit hyperactive, and I think it didn't go down very well with some employers, and they got a bit annoyed with me, and then I got annoyed with them, and then suddenly they weren't my employer anymore. I was unemployed. So I think that, you know, becoming a self-employed entertainer is great. I am actually a qualified environmental health officer. that's my degree, and I just knew as soon as I'd done my 3rd year out sitting behind a desk in a suit that didn't suit me. Not at all. I'm not the kind of behind a desk kind of guy. I'm a get out there, be silly, be funny, be educational, and that's the life that I enjoy leading.